Hey guys, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about, that's right, Batman vs. Superman. So I saw it, and all I can say is visually one of the best movies I've seen visually. Story-wise, really terrible. I mean, they didn't know what they were doing with it. They didn't know where they were going. They were all over the place. Basically, from what I could count, up to maybe 6 different comic storylines that they pushed into one movie. And it's just basically, it's just terrible. It's like, you don't do a mashup like that. And it was the first part of the movie is just like one moment here and also into a different moment, then to a different moment. So you couldn't really catch on like, wait, what's going on? But the fight scenes were amazing. The special effects were amazing. I mean, that's all you had going for it. If I could sum this movie up into really quickly at what it was a 2 and almost a 3 hour long trailer. That's all it is. Pretty much. That's what it felt like. It was like a 3 hour long trailer. No story. Just a bunch of different scenes, and it was sad, very terrible. But like I said, visually, really good movie. Now let's get into this part where it's just, let's get on Ben Affleck. Now, you all know I did not like him in Daredevil, and I thought he was going to do a terrible job as Batman, and I was just like, he was a terrible casting pick, and they could have done a better job. He proved me wrong. He did a really good job. He did a really good job as Batman, and, Ben Affleck, Batfleck, he did a good job. He definitely, took this role and did an amazing job. So, he gave us a Batman performance that was really good, and I was like, okay. You got me there. You did a really good job. I couldn't hit on that. The costume alone, his costume alone, was taken from the Dark Knight Returns series, done by Frank Miller with an aged Batman where he, comes out of retirement, and yeah, so it looked really amazing. Visually, it looked really good on screen. I loved it. It looked really great. Now, I wanted to see the Dark Knight Returns in a live action movie done right. And, we kind of get some of that in this movie, which is kind of sad, there's a lot of comic book storylines that I wanted to see on screen, and they kind of mash them all into this one, and it's like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a full storyline that not just mash up with a bunch of different storylines, different timelines. Oh my god, I just couldn't believe it. It was terrible. So, besides Batfleck, who did an amazing job, you got Henry Cavill, who came back and gave us a really good Superman performance. And okay, so this is not a direct sequel to the Man of Steel. So a lot of people thought this was a direct sequel. It's not. It's a standalone film. It's not a Batman film. It's not a Superman film. This is supposed to kick off the whole Justice League Universe series. Hence the name Dawn of Justice. Now, you have Henry Cavill, who does a really good job playing Superman. So he's dealing with, the effects of after what happened in Man of Steel. People liking him, people hating him. They're torn apart now. This could have been definitely the storyline for Man of Steel 2, but they said they decided to throw it into this one. That's another thing I was like, come on, guys. It's taking place in the event, so it's in between Man of Steel 2 and after Man of Steel. So it's like an in-betweener. It's a filler kind of thing. And that's one thing I just couldn't, I just think, no, why? I don't see the reason behind it at all. I really don't. So his coming back and portraying Superman, he did a really amazing job. Now, Gal Gadot. Now, you all know I said that, she was too thin and she wasn't the right build for Wonder Woman. I must say, in the theater, everybody cheered when they saw her on screen in her Wonder Woman uniform. Everybody was. And you know what? She played a badass Wonder Woman. She gave us Wonder Woman that we deserved. Now, she might not be ripped and stuff like that, like Wonder Woman, dude, but she gave us a character that, who she is. She played her, very sexy, very smart, and she carried herself very well. But when it came to those fight sequences, she gave us the Wonder Woman that we all know and love, who loves getting to battle, who loves just getting in there, and doesn't shy away from fighting. That's what we got, which I thoroughly loved and thoroughly enjoyed. She did an amazing job. So, my hat's off to her. And, the costume was really, really cool. I love the costume as well. We also get to see her lasso her lasso. She gets to use that. She uses her shield. She has her sword. She's going really at it, and that was pretty amazing. Then you have Lex Luthor. Now you all know I said that I think that the casting for this was really, really bad. That they should have casted somebody else, and casting him was, I think, probably the worst idea, because I said his acting is not that great. He doesn't have that much of a range, because almost everywhere I've seen him in is pretty much almost the same thing. Look at The Social Network. Zombieland, his character, he fit perfectly well with that character, but Jesse Eisenberg he's not an amazing actor. He's not the kind of actor that will give you a great performance. His performance of Lex Luthor was not the iconic Lex Luthor that we all know and love, and not who we think Lex Luthor is. He gave us a mix between the Riddler, Joker. He didn't carry himself like who was brought up right and brought up with a high education. He didn't carry himself like that. He didn't carry himself. He didn't talk with confidence. He didn't talk with power behind his voice. Who Lex Luthor is. He didn't give us the whole conniving Lex Luthor where he manipulates people. He kind of did, but it wasn't the kind where it was kind of hidden. It was kind of out there where everybody knows and sees it. So it's like, dude, what are you doing? What the hell is this? Especially when he's giving a speech and he's kind of trails off and starts talking about something. It's like, no, we don't. That's not Lex Luthor, and it's more comedic and hi, how are you doing? No, that like we saw what we saw in the trailer. No, it's a little bit worse than that. I did not like it at all. I thoroughly hated that. I thought that was a terrible, terrible performance of Lex Luthor. Michael Rosenbaum, great Lex Luthor on Smallville, amazing job. Kevin Spacey did a really great job at Lex Luthor, even though the movie wasn't that great. Gene Hackman, way better job at Lex Luthor than Jesse Eisenberg. People, I mean, I'm seriously. We have had great Lex Luthors. Even the cartoon series Lex Luthor is way better than he is. Come on. That's an animated version. So, it's like, come on. You could do better than that. You could definitely do that. Animated version or not, the voice actor behind it does an amazing job. And we all know who that is, Clancy Brown. If you've seen Pet Sematary 2, he was in The Flash. Come on. The Flash TV show. Come on. I mean, there's so many different guys who played Lex Luthor, and this is the one that does a really bad job. A really bad job. That's one thing I did not like at all. Visual effects, though, they did an amazing job. The lighting, the cameras, and all that. Zack Snyder did a great job visually. Hands down, amazing job. So, that was great. You have Jeremy Irons playing Alfred. I thought that was a great casting, too. You have Michael Caine, who played him. He did an amazing job. Then you have Jeremy Irons. Two great actors. So, his performance as Alfred was pretty cool. He was a little bit more hands-on, too, which was even funnier. The only problem I had with this, you have an older Batman, but yet Alfred is not that much older than this Bruce Wayne. So it's kind of weird. It was kind of weird for me. I'm like, Alfred should be a lot older than this, and he shouldn't be. But we do see Alfred tinkering with the Batman suit and stuff like that, and so that was pretty cool. We could see the Alfred that is hands-on with Batman's gear and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Which we all know that Alfred's helped Bruce with a lot of stuff and helped him with suits and patching him up and all these other stuff. And we've seen him, go on the computer and, help him research, files and stuff like that and give him information while he's out on the field. They did that. They gave us that. That was an amazing moment, especially when he had Alfred flying that Batwing, which was an amazing moment. I thought that was great, It was one of my favorite moments in the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So pretty much, this movie is pretty much a great movie because it had a lot of good moments. That's all it was. A bunch of good moments in the movie. That's why the movie was good. Now, besides that, story-wise, terrible. It was not good. Visually, great. That's all it was. It was just eye candy. That's all it is. Think of it as a beautiful girl or a beautiful guy, but with no brain. No brain at all. They're just stupid. That's what it is. Just superficial. That's all it was. And I really feel bad for the cast. They put a lot of effort into this. Feel bad for the director. They tried to give us a great movie, but you can't polish the turd and say this is great. The writing was bad. You got David S. Goyer, whose track record, some of who's are like, in my opinion, they're good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Then it was rewritten by the guy who was on Argo. I just can't. I had no idea what direction they're going in at all. That was triple. Now in the trailer we saw Doomsday. My problem with this Doomsday, there was a lot of issues I had with this Doomsday. Now, one, too big. He was too big. I mean, it was ridiculous. He was able to hold Superman in his hand like a toy. That's not Doomsday, people. That's not what Doomsday looks like. That's not how big he is. I mean, I do not agree with that. Second of all, they overpowered him. They gave him powers that he did not have. So that's another thing I didn't like. I was like, that's not the Doomsday we all know. Doomsday had hair. He had bones coming out of his body. Here's a picture of Doomsday. This is what Doomsday looks like. This is what he looked like in the movie. Which one do you think looked better? And which one looks like he was from Lord of the Rings? I mean, come on, tell me, people. Do you think I'm over judging this movie? You know, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below for sure. Also, the fact that, you know, they had Mercy in the movie. She was in it for a little bit. I was like, that was cool. I was like, when he mentioned her name, I was like, holy crap, I know who that is. That was awesome. Then we get, you know, all these moments that just, you know, Superman moments that were pretty cool. Then you had some Batman moments which were pretty cool, and that Batman moment they had taken from the Dark Knight comics is him, you know, being on a criminal and cops coming in to him, and that was a cool moment. Like I said, this movie's nothing but moments. Now, from this moment on, spoilers. So if you're staying in here, you've seen the movie. If not, spoilers. Alright, you're here. You've seen the movie, and you want to hear me bash the hell out of some other stuff and mention some stuff that, you know, I couldn't mention because it would have been spoiled. 2, you take General Zod's body to make Doomsday. No. But I do think they mentioned the original Doomsday in the fact that when they're putting that, because this was banished because this creates an abomination. I'm thinking they're mentioning the original Doomsday, the real Doomsday that we should have gotten, and yeah. And you don't give this Doomsday had heat vision and all that stuff like that. I don't know if it's just because it's General Zod's body and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't understand it. It was just, that was just ridiculous and crazy. And you can't call him Doomsday because he's not Doomsday. And anything, Lex Luthor doesn't create him. He creates Bizarro. A Bizarro. That's what he creates. He takes Superman's DNA and creates Bizarro. Why couldn't we have gotten that instead? That would have been cooler. That would have been better. That would have definitely set up a lot easier. I mean, story-wise, I could have given them a better story-wise in 5 minutes and made it easier. I mean, come on. The fact that they blew up the Senate office with Superman in there to basically make it look like Superman did that was pretty cool. I think the whole, you know, setup was pretty cool. Also, to make it cooler would have been having a Bizarro Superman, you know, doing some stuff like that, but it's like not heroic and start going crazy, making it look like Superman's really going at it and just going after people and saying, look it, see, he's not really good. He lied. But then, of course, we, you know, Batman's going after him, and also we finally realize, oh wait, that's Bizarro. Superman goes after him. Is like, wait a minute. I was like, that would have been a cool setup. I mean, people, really, this is what we're coming down to, is just mashing it up. We get the Dark Knight Returns storyline. We get the Justice League Flashpoint storyline. The reason I say that is because we see the Flash make an appearance, talking to Bruce, saying, you were right. You were right the whole time. It's Lois. Flashpoint. It's not the same Flashpoint, but that's what they're using. That's what I'm taking from. It's like something like that. Then you have the death of Superman. No, you don't throw that in there with this movie. No, you shouldn't have done that. Then you have what was it? Dark Knight Returns, Flashpoint, Death of Superman. There was a couple other ones that were thrown in. Oh, Justice League Apocalypse, kind of. Where you see Batman dealing with the soldiers in the middle of nowhere, and you see the Apocalypse soldiers, henchmen flying in. That was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty amazing. That was pretty awesome. But that I don't know. It just, stuff like that was just crazy. And then it's him, you know, going off and, you know, beating the crap out of Superman, and that was taken from the that one storyline where Lois is dead. It's an alternate universe, basically, where Lois is dead and Superman goes crazy. all these different kind of things mashed into one. They didn't do a good job of mashing it. They did a horrible job. I just couldn't understand it. Another cool thing, you get to see the other Justice Leaguers. You get to see Cyborg. You can see him being made by his dad, Silas. Now, the fact that made me cool, when I saw who was playing the father, is the same guy who was in Smallville. He was also in Terminator 2, please. So, I mean, come on. That was cool. The Flash. I did not agree with the Flash on how he looked in the little security camera. Long hair, stuff like that, looking all ragged and all that. Barry Allen was a clean-cut kid, so no. And yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. Then he had Aquaman. Looked amazing. I think the sequence of him just there coming out of the ship. Boom! Like I said, this movie had none but moments in it. Moments where it were pretty cool. And pretty much, I think this is just a long trailer that leads up to the Justice League. That's all it was. It felt like a big trailer to what's going to be coming on. And also, it's supposed to set up the Suicide Squad because, you know, at the end of the movie, it mentions that the toll has been rung for a bigger guy, and he has heard it. We know he was talking about Darkseid from Apocalypse, and also the Suicide Squad members have heard, know about it now, and the Joker, and everybody else is like, holy crap, we got Batman back, and everything's going to go crazy. I'm just like, for this to be a big setup, they failed miserably at that. It was a lot of things that they did that was not right and was terrible, in my opinion. But like I said, visually, it was great. Acting, great. Casting, almost great. Jesse Eisenberg was the one thing that pissed me off in the movie. The one thing I was like, why did you cast him? Who the hell said he could act and give us a Lex Luthor? Who said that? Because I should want to slap the hell out of them because they know what they're talking about. A lot of people on Twitter are saying, this movie was great. I don't know what people are crying about. Don't listen to the critics. They don't know what they're talking about. This is made for the people. What people? If you're talking about comic book people, yeah, I'm one of those, and I did not like it as much. I was disappointed. I did not like the fact that they're doing different storylines into one movie. It's like you didn't give it. The story didn't grow organically. I didn't like. It felt like a lot of things were forced. And like I said in the trailer reactions, how I said if they do too much, it's gonna hurt the movie. If they do too much, if you put too much into a movie and overfill it with a lot of characters, and if you don't give it enough story, and if you don't do it right, you'll buckle under all that weight. This movie buckles. Cinema Score gave it a B. I don't know how they rated it a B. I don't know. If it's for visuals, I can see that. If anything, this could be like a C minus to me. C minus. That's because of the visuals. If we take the visuals away, D, maybe an F plus. I'm telling you, this movie wasn't that great for story wise. It was terrible. It hurt to watch. It was a long movie. But my mom wants to talk about that too, and I'll let her talk about that, and you'll see that in a separate video. Okay, now that you're back, for all you guys, I'm done ranting about all that. Now, this is supposed to set up Suicide Squad Justice League movie. They definitely didn't fail in certain parts. They definitely introduced characters for the Justice League through little pictures and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. And they do talk about, getting a team together. Now, the way it was set up and done, I don't agree with it because Batman wouldn't suggest that because he never wanted to join a team. It was Superman who would have suggested that we get together. We band together to fight against evil that we can't handle by ourselves. Batman joins the team reluctantly and helps out, but he's one of the founding members. Him, Batman, and Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are the founding members of the Justice League. Batman was not one to suggest it, was not one, he was like, all right, I'll help you guys out because we need to, and I can't do it alone, and yeah. Another thing I didn't like was how Batman was portrayed in a fight scene with Doomsday. If we all saw Justice League Apocalypse with the Batman Superman Batman Superman Apocalypse, whoo, we see him, Wonder Woman, and Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman fighting a bunch of Doomsday clones. Batman was fighting hand in hand and actually going at it. This Batman is like let me take a step back and, yeah, I don't know what to do here. My Batman would have been up in there doing kicks, jumps, flips. Yes, this guy was a lot bigger than Batman and Superman and Woman. This guy was a ginormous Doomsday. It was terrible. 2 stories high, I think. That's how tall he was. It was a damn shame. He was a big guy. He was a really big guy. He was almost as big as the Superman statue in the trailer. So that's how big he was. But other than that, I mean, visually, I can't say enough about it. I love the visuals. Some of the fight sequences were kind of were like all right. You had one scene where you had Superman in the future, using guns. I'm like, Batman doesn't use guns. Yeah, so you know how Batman doesn't kill. So they took the brutality of the Dark Knight Returns and kind of put it in here, but he made it where he does kill a couple people in this movie. So it is kind of like, wait, Batman doesn't kill, he more like hurts, but he does kill a couple people. He does. So be prepared for that if you're not. But let me know your thoughts on it if you saw the movie, if you liked the movie or hated it. Let me know the reasons why you liked the movie, and let me know the reasons why you didn't like it. Also, check out Variant.com, link in the description below for his review of that. And he also does a history of other characters. He's done a couple, but this month is DC month, so he's talking about DC characters. So he's done the history of Harley Quinn, I think he's done the history of Doomsday. Check it out. He's done a history of Joker. Check out his channel, and he did a review of that. And I'm going to check that out after this because I don't want to do my review based and then have him influence my opinion. So I'm going to check that out, but let me know what your guys' thoughts are on it. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I got plenty more movie reviews, plenty more trailer reactions, gameplays, and other stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.